Hi guys and welcome. My name is Kartika Nair and you're watching Synchro Shakti. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because this is the channel that will change your life forever. So go ahead and subscribe now. Today we're going to talk about law of attraction and how you can influence your life as well as influence the lives of others. So since you haven't noticed, I have someone sitting next to me. This is Usha Nair and she is my aunt from my father's side. And this afternoon, we were sitting down and talking about different success stories that she has had in her own life and how she has helped in the healing of others, helped in others getting jobs. And so she was talking about a certain technique, an affirmation technique that we're going to discuss with you today. So we want the success stories first. So I will ask her to simply start telling us about the success stories that she has experienced in her life. So, hello Ushamai. This is Ushamai, my aunt.
Hi.
Be nice in the comments. This is her first time on video, and she is very eager to help some of you guys out there. So, Ushamai, can you tell us some of the stories that happen in your life?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Usha Nair, her aunt, and she's my favorite niece. Okay. What I feel is joy of living lies in giving. So whatever it has happened, good things in my life, due to some affirmations that we have done, I would like to share, not my life, whatever has happened in other people's life. That is, she was asking about job people. There are a lot of people who are jobless and struggling hard. So I just give you some examples of what has happened in some of my friends' homes. One of my friend's son, very intelligent boy, and he was chosen by the Singapore government with 80% scholarship. He had gone to Singapore to study. After a few years of studies, he couldn't get any job, and he was very depressed because he was a very bright student. So he called me and told, his mother called and told also, my son, he's staying there without a job in Singapore, and Singapore doesn't allow people to simply stay there without permit. So that's the time I said, some things, that positive affirmations have helped my life, and it has helped some of my other friends' life, which maybe I was sharing with Kartika, and she said, Auntie, it's best that you bring it out so that someone else's life might change. Mm-hmm. And what I believe in life is there is a divine power, or we call it intelligence, supernatural intelligence that is driving, that's within us, in me, in you, in her, in any creation of that divine, what do you call it?
Any creature of God.
Any creature of God, it is there. And I don't believe in hell or heaven or anything. We create the heaven or we create the hell. It's within us. So what I suggested to this boy is, what you do is, instead of praying, normally we pray like this: God, give me a good job, give me a good husband, or give me this, give me money, this. That is how we say, which is not very sure. You're just asking. Instead, I told him, just put like this, like I say, my nephew so and so. Okay, I put it as Arul. Arul, my nephew Arul has got an excellent job with an excellent salary in a very good company.
So basically you said it as though it's already real. It's already in the present.
It is already in the present. I didn't say past, it's there in the present. So when I say my nephew, he must say his name, and he must, because there are so many Arun around the world. Even the mother should repeat the same affirmation. And I said for 21 days, mother should say, my son so and so has got an excellent job with a very good salary and in an excellent, or whatever, very good company. So the mother started saying, the son started saying, I said 21 times a day, whether it's morning, evening or night, and 21 days.
21 times in one day.
One day.
21 so 21 times you affirm the same thing
for the 21 same
days.
Thing. Because we have all what do you call it? Our subconscious mind is prepared with all the negative. I can't get this job, I'm short, I'm not fair, I'm dark, I'm poor. This is what we always tell. So the subconscious mind has accepted that, and according to that it works. But here what we are saying now, we are training the subconscious mind to take the new affirmation. No, I am great, I've got this job and from in a very good company with excellent salary, all this we are telling. And then it takes the subconscious mind to change for a couple of days till
21 days.
it gets deep inside it, and subconscious mind is what which has got the connection with
The supernatural.
supernatural all around in the universe. And then after 21 days you will start seeing. Some people immediately in few days, some people will take a bit of time. It depends how confident you are. Whenever you are repeating this first time, the other day I asked someone, he says, no, how can I repeat? I'm perfectly alright when I've got so much of disease. This is what you're telling the subconscious mind. And subconscious mind will send this information to the universe and pick what I have said and brings back to me. The same thing it will do to the other person. So I told him, you repeat. Irrespective of whether you have got the job or not, just keep repeating. I also said it for 21 days. Then after that I stopped saying 21 days. I used to say maybe 5 times the morning and 5 times the evening, that's all. Then suddenly she called up and said, Auntie, the lady, the mother called and said, he has not got a job, he's staying there without any money, financially so tight. And I realized somewhere something is wrong. Then I went to the prayer room in my altar and I sat down and said, my nephew so and so has got an excellent job in an excellent company today with a good salary today.
Okay, so basically instead of her affirming it was in the future, so she didn't give like a certain timing. She just said, then she changed it and said today. So now he's embodying it as though it's real now. Today. Yeah.
So that day nothing happened. Next day again I went to the prayer room and I sat down after the prayers. I did the same affirmation I did. Today is God. Suddenly the phone rang. And it was really shocking, phone rang. So I came and saw this boy's phone was there. So I called him back from my hometown to Singapore. I called him back. I said, what is it, son? So he said, Auntie, I got the job in a very good company with a good salary.
Good.
Only thing he said, it's night shift.
Right.
I said, it's okay, you got a job.
Right.
You're okay with the night shift? He said, okay.
So when you affirm, you should be like with a day job.
Then the other story.
Yes.
Is it enough?
Yeah.
No, not
You
yet.
can go to the
The
next
other
story.
story is about one of our very close friends. Very handsome boy. He's a Christian boy, nice fellow. And suddenly one couple of years later we lost contact and he called me one day and he said his both kidneys have failed. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, but his both kidneys failed. So I was very sad. I said, then I remembered what I have learned those days from experience of my life. So I told him, this is what I'm going to practice. I'm going to do personally affirmation every day 21 times. And you also have to repeat, and your wife also. So I called the wife and I asked the wife to do it. I will do like this. I'm not mentioning the name. My friend Jack. So Jack, both the kidneys are functioning extremely well. He is enjoying excellent health and long life. This is what exactly I said. And the wife repeated, my husband so and so. He repeated, myself. 3 of us repeated. It happened for 21 days, 21 times I was doing. After that I asked them to continue 21 times a day. Then I continued morning a few times, 5 times, evening like that. And 1 year passed by, nothing happened. 1.5 years passed by. Just both the kidneys have failed now. 2 years later, he came to my hometown with his family. And he didn't go for dialysis. He was going for 3 times a week dialysis. And he would go mentally very under depression because of all this dialysis and medication. Then he came and that 10 days he didn't go for dialysis and he didn't take any medication. So he went back and told the doctor that I don't need dialysis. I am perfectly alright. So doctor said once you start you cannot stop. Anyway, so he continued for a while the affirmation he also was doing, I was also doing, his wife was also doing. Finally, the doctors found that he is a bit normal. Both the kidneys have started functioning, which no doctor will tell you the kidneys can function. Then finally, they reduced the medication as well as the dialysis
frequency.
So now I have left for the wife, mother, his mother, and him to do the prayers. So not prayers, we call it affirmation.
Affirmations.
It's like prayers, mantra.
Yeah.
You are sending out to the universe, your subconscious mind picks up every bit we hear. Like now politics, we talk bad about the politicians.
Switch off your WhatsApp.
No, that is what happens. That's another thing.
Okay, awesome. Do you have one more story for us?
I have so many, but I think
That's enough.
now I'll tell you about the other person's job. The person who studied, people say in India, you go to US, study, you will get a good job. Am I right? All this doesn't work. There are a lot of people who have got just a basic education has got good job.
Yes, definitely.
Much better jobs.
Yeah.
I know one couple, the wife is not highly educated, but she's educated. The husband is UK educated, but the affirmation the mother has been saying for the child, today she is very highly placed. Whereas the same qualification, of course he's got higher qualification, who studied in London, couldn't get that kind of job. That's one short story. The other one is about another boy who studied in US did all his education in US and he wanted a job in US. So he stayed on, and then permit renewing, mother sending money, 1 year finished, no job. So he came back to India, still he couldn't get a good job. So that's the time I said, why not we, when she told me, I felt very, my life is not worth, financially I may not be able to help someone, but something that can help that boy get a good job and a mother that peace of mind. I thought I will suggest this positive affirmation. That is, you work with your subconscious mind and bring out the result. So I spoke to her and I said, say this for 21 days. We all three of us said the same, repeated the same thing 21 times for 21 days. Within 1 month, he got a very good job in a very good company in India.
And the same salary bracket.
And I said, can I put this amount? She said, that's too, isn't that too much? So she said, and I said, no, you must always aim a bit high. What's wrong? He has got good qualification. He studied in US and of course he doesn't have any job experience, but then why not? I put it. So you also put the same. You don't put lower than that, put the same. So when he got the job, I didn't want to be busybody asking her what's the salary, but I said, is it close to what I said? She said, very close.
And I think there's one more story, right, where someone else also got the exact job role and
some of the people may not want me to mention the name. So one of my very close relatives' son, he was also looking for a job, and he was not actually, he was doing his own. And then finally the mother called him and said, see my son, why don't you talk to him and all that. And he got an offer. When he got an offer, he went there and he put his salary as low as possible.
You put it as low as possible.
So I told him, you have got the experience, you have the knowledge, and why are you you put a higher salary, you are capable, don't underestimate your capabilities and put it like that. The person said, no, my salary was like this previous working. I said, previous working place, you put that salary, don't bluff, but you put your salary, this is what you should put. I told him, a salary, you will get.
And he was giving excuses saying no one will ever pay so much.
No one will ever pay so much and all that. I said, no. If you can work with your mind, you work. I'm going to work for you with my mind. And I was working that for a couple of, maybe 2-3 weeks. That's all I worked. So it doesn't matter. It may take 2-3 years. It may take sickness. I cannot say immediately you will be okay. Small things like big sickness cannot. But I feel if your mind and your family members can put in this kind of affirmation that it has happened now, not it will happen. That never happens. So suddenly one day I was in the temple, this boy called me. She said, what happened? Auntie, I got the job and I got the same salary you told. So we cannot say it's always coincidence.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of incidents in my life which has happened, what I have verbalized.
Right.
And that is mostly negative.
Right.
And the negative can happen in my life, positive can also happen in my life.
Yeah.
So this is all. Kartika Nair, did I give you?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have more stories to tell you and help you, to help, not help you. She knows everything. And always believe when you help someone, that divine power will help you also. You're not expecting any, I don't expect any calls from these boys or this person who has got the kidney is functioning. I don't expect. They don't call, it's okay. I've done my part.
So what she's also saying is that when you're doing this affirmation, so the technique, I'm sure you got it already, is you're affirming something as though you already have it 21 times a day for 21 days. It's not just you doing it, also the person you're doing it for has to do it as well. So if they don't want something, you can't influence their behavior, because their own self-sabotage will get in the way of your positive intentions, right? So both people have to be open to the result, and both people have to do it 21 times for 21 days.
Yeah. After that they can continue. Even if they have not got it within 21 days, I don't say. Because that boy got after so many
years. So
years.
You keep continuing.
You continue. But why we are doing this 21 times is our subconscious mind is always, we have been feeding it with negative thoughts. Every minute our thoughts are negative. I mean, when you are sick, you'll say, oh, I am sick, maybe it is cancer, maybe it is this. And I have so many experience that when I go for if I have some problem, for stomach problem, I will tell this is gastric, this is just allergic, and I go and see the doctor, get admitted, and finally it comes back to me as gastric and allergic. That is what I verbalize. And so that is why to make the subconscious mind forget about the past and absorb the present affirmations that we are giving and send it out to the universe to get the best result. That is why I said 21 days.
Good. Alright, so you guys understood what the technique is. Let us know in the comments if you found this video helpful. Did you learn something? If you did, just write valuable and tell us what you learned back. Be kind in the comment section. Okay, this is our first time.
And then if any one of you are successful, I'm blessed. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Ushamai, for coming on the video.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's give a thanks in the comment section as well for being a sport and being part of my video. Okay guys, so that's how you have it. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Namaste.